all these Chinese people, is controlled by one person. That's bank called Opay. I'm seeing a massive crash. From December, January, withdraw your money and say bye-bye.
For those of you who get money for Opay, they can listen or watch this video.
I think it's time for us to call Opay out. They have plugged millions of Nigerians into debt.
Over the last few years, one name that has quietly changed the way Nigerians handle money, what started as a simple app now moves billions of naira every day, reaching numbers that most banks in Nigeria struggle to reach. If you live in Nigeria, there's a good chance that you've used Opay or know someone who has. You can send money, receive payments, pay bills, and even withdraw cash in towns and in villages where banks don't even exist. But this wasn't just built overnight. In this video, we'll be taking you through Opay's journey, how it entered Nigeria, won trust from the streets, overcame challenges, and became one of the country's most used fintech platforms. Without further ado, don't forget to like and subscribe as we ride on. Talking about the states of Nigeria's banking system before Opay came into play. Before Opay arrived, banking in Nigeria was a headache for most people. ATMs often ran out of cash or didn't work at all. People spent hours waiting in long queues. Inside the banks, things were not better. Customer service was very slow and unhelpful. Complaints piled up, calls went unanswered, and people started losing trust in banks to handle their money properly. The problem was even worse outside big cities. Small towns and even rural areas had few or no bank branches, and most people couldn't access digital banking. Cash was the only option, making every transaction slow, risky, and frustrating. For years, banks has ignored these communities, focusing only on urban customers and big corporations. Then came the 2023 cash scarcity. ATMs were empty, banks struggled to process withdrawals, and millions of Nigerians couldn't access their own money. Trust in the bank system collapsed almost overnight. People needed a solution. They needed a way to send, receive, and access money quickly and reliably, anywhere, anytime. That's when Opay arrived. Opay officially came into Nigeria in 2018, backed by Opera, the Nigerian browser company, and supported by Chinese investors. At first, most people barely noticed it. Opay didn't start as a financial app. It began with a motorcycle ride hailing service, O-Ride, a food delivery platform also, O-Food, and logistics through O-Express. These services got some attention but faced big challenges. This was when the company watched and studied the market and asked the simple question: what do Nigerians really need? It became clear that ride-hailing and food delivery were nice, but the bigger problem was access to money. People needed a fast, reliable way to send, receive, and withdraw cash. Banks had failed to provide this, especially in small towns, semi-urban areas, and underserved markets. And this was when Opay came into play. The first strategy Opay used to attain success. Opay didn't launch in Nigeria with fine offices or big operative partners. They knew that the streets, the markets, and the small towns were where real financial activities happened. And this was what most banks in Nigeria didn't know. But Opay's approach was simple but powerful. They made financial service very fast, accessible, and trustworthy. Opay built a platform where anyone could create an account using just their phone number. No longer forms, no bureaucratic verification delays. The trader in the market or the rich man in Lekki could carry out transactions fast, whether sending money, paying bills, topping up airtime, or withdrawing cash. It all happened quickly. There was no waiting days for approvals, no failed reversal that frustrated users. This focus on speed and simplicity immediately sets them apart from traditional banks. At the same time, Opay made sure that service was available everywhere, from the busy cities, urban towns, even reaching smaller areas where bank branches barely exist. The app worked reliably even on basic smartphones, and the interface was simple enough that anyone could use it without prior banking experience. The company's growth also benefited from the millions of young Nigerians looking for opportunities by making it easy to open and use Opay accounts. Users quickly realized that Opay was not only convenient but also dependable. People began trusting the platform to handle money that traditional banks often mishandled, especially during periods of cash shortage or bank downtimes. The strategy was quietly effective. While the bank focused on corporate clients and urban centers, Opay captured the majority of everyday financial transactions across Nigeria. After Opay made sending and receiving money fast and easy, the next challenge was simple: making sure everyone knew about it. They didn't rely on boardrooms and corporate deals. They focused on being seen, remembered, and talked about. Their marketing was everywhere. Opay used TV, social media, and street campaigns to make the brand familiar. Bright green stickers, posters, and flyers appeared on shops, kiosks, and markets. The color became a signal to the extent that where there was green, people knew money could move quickly and safely. Social media and referral programs helped the word spread even faster. Users invited friends and family, often earning small rewards for doing so. As simple as it may sound, this turned customers into brand promoters. Soon, if someone needed to send money or pay bills, the first name they thought was Opay. What set their market apart was honesty and consistency. They didn't promise what they couldn't deliver. Every ad matched what people actually experienced. A service that was fast, simple, and reliable. Unlike traditional banks that aimed their campaign at elites, Opay spoke directly to everyday Nigerian and showed up where it mattered the most. By the time people saw Opay on TV, social media, or on the street, it was already part of daily life. People trusted it because they had tried it, not because an ad told them to do so. This approach didn't just sell a product, it created a movement. Opay became more than an app. It became a household name. Wherever Nigerians handled money, Opay was there. The mix of visibility, consistency, and reliability created a chain reaction. The more people used it, the more others joined. And because the app kept its promise, adoption grew faster than anyone expected. Opay's marketing wasn't just about us, it was a strategy to become a number one. By the time traditional bank noticed, Opay had already woven itself into the daily financial lives of millions of Nigerians. Talking about the challenges Opay faced while starting. As Opay started gaining ground, the road ahead wasn't just easy. Growing fast in a country like Nigeria with millions of users and unstable banking system came with real challenges. The first was building trust in a skeptical market. Nigerians had seen it all. They had seen so many scams, they have seen failed apps, online scams, and banking that didn't always deliver what they promised. So when Opay showed up, many people were unsure about it. Could they really trust another digital platform with their money? Some users feared the app might disappear one day, freeze their funds, or stop working like others before it. In fact, this was exactly what I thought then. I was like, if they don't have any office or banking building in the country, then it's all fake. This was one of the first major challenges Opay faced. And to fix this, they focused on one thing, and that was proving itself. So every smooth transaction, every instant transfer, and every quick response helped build confidence. Over time, users began to see that Opay wasn't just another app. It worked, and it worked consistently. The second challenge was dealing with fraud and security. Now, as more people joined, scammers tried to take advantage of the growing platform. There were fake accounts, fraud attempts, and misuse of system. But Opay acted fast by tightening security, improving user verification, and teaching customers how to protect themselves. The goal was simple: keep the system safe while still making it easy to use. The third challenge they faced was navigating regulations and control in a foreign land. Nigerian financial space is one of the most tightly controlled in Africa, and from the central bank policies on mobile money to anti-money laundering laws, the company had to stay compliant to keep operating. Regulations kept changing, and Opay had to keep adjusting without growing slow. A single mistake could mean fines and serve restrictions, or even suspension of the app. Talking about their success today, Opay is no longer just another fintech app. It's a financial giant that even traditional banks can't ignore. What began as a quiet experiment in 2018 has grown into one of the most widely used financial platforms. As of 2024, Opay has between 35 to 40 million active users across the country, and that number keeps rising. In simple terms, nearly 1 in every 5 Nigerians uses Opay for one financial service or another. Every single day, Opay processes billions of naira in transactions. It's no longer just an app on a phone. It has become a complete financial system. Nigerians use it to send money, receive payments, pay for electricity bill, shop online, or buy data, all happening in seconds. And this success didn't just happen by luck. Opay is officially licensed by the Central Bank of Nigeria as a mobile money operator. This is the same category as Paga and MTN Momo. This means Opay isn't an outsider player to the financial system anymore. It's now one of its major players in the country. In conclusion to all this, Opay's story is more than just a tale of financial success. It's a story about understanding people, solving real problems, and earning trust on one transaction at a time. In a country where unreliable systems have long frustrated citizens, Opay found a way to fill the gap with convenience that's worked actually. It showed that the technology alone isn't enough. You have to listen, adapt, and serve real needs of the people. And even though competition continues to grow, Opay's biggest strength remains the connection with ordinary people. It's not just a fintech company anymore. It's part of their everyday life of fast, easy, and reliability in transaction. To round it up, if you love the truth and want to be part of the truth, don't forget to like and subscribe. Till next time.